We good? No. Okay. Can I roll?
And ready?
All right, we're already going. Welcome to the Filabot Live. Today we're going to go over high melt temperature polymers. These are polymers that melt over 200 C or hotter, so up into the 400 C range. It's one of the main considerations that we used when we designed an extruder. We had to make sure that the systems could extrude that higher temp range. Some of the plastics that we are working with or that we can work with are an Apec, which has a melt temperature of over 200 C, and that's the material we're extruding today. Josh is setting it up behind me, and this is the material. It's got this very clear, transparent, your camera over here is doing real well. Transparent material. It's a replacement for glass or other materials that have high heat applications. Another material is Ultem. So Ultem has a melt temperature, well, certain grades, the grade we've been working with, has a melt temperature of about 217 degrees C. And then another material is Peak. So this has a really high melt temp of about 343 degrees C. That's what we've been running it on. We aren't running that today, but we'll have a video in the future of that material. So you'll notice we have two airpath systems. We have our EX6, the two airpaths, and the spooler. Because the material is so hot, we do need the two airpaths to cool it down. We don't have that special tape improvement on top of the airpaths to help get the flow. Pardon? Tape mod. We don't have that, but two airpaths will cool it down. The EX6, the max temperature on our middle zone is 275 degrees C. We have our feed throat set at about 57 degrees C. And we go up to 200, 275, and then back down to 200. So we have a small temperature ramping up to a high temperature and back down when it gets out. So yeah, that is high melt materials. One big consideration that you need to take, well, you need to take this into consideration, funny way to say that, is when printing with high melt polymers, you have to make sure your printer hot end can handle it, and also that you have a build environment that is heated. If you don't have a heated, am I too close? Oh. If you don't have a heated build environment, the part will warp and you'll have issues with printing. And then for the hot end, you want to make sure you have an all-metal hot end. If you don't have an all-metal hot end, you're just going to burn up the peak that's inside the hot end or other components that weren't made to operate. The standard hot ends on 3D printers operate around 250 or 260 max temperature, but the all metal can go up to like that 400 degrees C. You also have to make sure your hot end has enough heat to put into that while it's melting. So just some things to keep in mind. But yeah, this is the EX6 extruding Apec, which is a Covestro polymer, and it's a high, what we consider a high melt temperature polymer. I don't want to move this one. Some clear. What do you think our extrusion rate is?
About half a kilogram in half an hour.
So right now we're about half a kilogram. Okay, so 1 kilogram an hour.
Yeah.
About 1 kilogram an hour. Is that something we can go faster with?
It is if we had more cooling.
So we could go faster if we had more cooling. So right now we have the 2 air paths. If you want to go faster, we need to either add more air paths, which would be longer, or we'd have to do something like a water bath. So a simple trough with water that the filament could drip through and cool itself down.
But with this setup running at what it is now for a speed, we're getting plus or minus 0.04 millimeter per tolerance. So it's some good stuff.
Woo! Sweet. What other, is there anything else with High-Temp?
Who was it that suggested this?
I don't think anybody suggested this. I think we just wanted to do a quick video on the High-Temp stuff. Is Axel in the shot? You got camera shy. Alright. Sweet. So, as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please give us a call, shoot us an email, or send us some messages on our social channels. Thank you. Bye. We got a question. We saw a question come through. What's the typical extrusion speed of PLA? So PLA is a lower melt temperature polymer. We can run that a lot faster. On the EX6, we're running about 10 kilograms an hour. Or is it pounds? 10 kilograms or pounds an hour? Yeah, it's pounds. So PLA, 10 pounds an hour on the EX6. On the EX2, it's about 2 pounds an hour. And on the original, it's about 1 pound an hour on the original. Are we all good on questions? All right, goodbye again.